Welcome to Fans of the Forge, where we are doing another interview. This week, it's with Ethan Lee from Season 6, Episode 6.
Barbarian Sword.
Barbarian Sword, featuring a silly pinball machine getup. But so, anyway, I'm Sean. We have Chris.
What's going on?
And Teresa.
Hello.
And Ethan, thanks for joining us tonight. We know you just got off work. Enjoy that beer while you can. And we're just going to go through some questions about the episode. And let's get started. So what is the first thing that you had going through your head when you saw Will just playing the pinball machine when you walked into the forge?
Quite honestly, I was just walked in. I had a lot of things in my mind, but then I was like, well, I guess we're making a knife out of this thing. And then Will was playing the pinball machine, and I was thinking he was just messing around while we were like rehearsing or something, walking in. But we were actually doing it. And then he turns around and does his little intro, and I was like, oh, this is a real deal here.
Yeah.
We take notes as we're watching, and we try to keep track of how everyone's doing through their different rounds. When we watched yours, we didn't see anything really, any issues that came up. Now, did you have any issues that weren't shown that you were concerned about during round one?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I actually didn't think I had a hard blade at the end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when you're under that pressure, you got a lot of stress, and people handle it differently. And that's one thing I want to say, you see some smiths on their struggle, you see some that look like they do well, but really you don't know. And unless you're there, you don't know how everyone actually did. When we all went home for round one, every one of us thought we had a decent chance of getting sent home after that, believe it or not. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting how it all played out. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Were you concerned about the Forge 12 that Dave Baker pointed out?
Not about the one he was talking about. There was another one I was a little concerned about, but I ground mostly past it, and it pretty much was hidden.
Gotcha.
Okay. Were you surprised to see Amy not meet the length requirement?
Well, right after we got done with that round, we all were exhausted. And then they had us sit down, ready to eat lunch, and none of us really felt like eating. And then, we're all just sitting down and, super frustrated with ourselves. And then Amy just says, oh, my gosh, I didn't measure it one last time. We're all like, oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
We did not want that to happen. She didn't want it to happen. None of us did. But she had a really good-looking knife from what I saw. And
yeah.
She's very talented smith. Every one of the other smiths, super talented people. And yeah, that sucks, but it's the way it goes.
Yeah.
For round two, we thought your blade was really looking badass by the end there, and you didn't really have too many issues as you went. And it performed really well in the testing. The test itself was a little interesting. The pinball plunger smash.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an interesting day, trust me.
So it seemed a little underwhelming on the actual episode, when we watched it, because they go into slow-mo. It made it kind of hard to see how hard the ball was actually hitting the blades. Obviously, they were doing damage, but we were just wondering, was it more exciting to watch in person than just the way it translated to video?
Oh, it's all more exciting. Oh, slightly more stressful, but it's it was all fascinating to watch, really. It looked like it hit it pretty hard to me.
Oh yeah, we don't doubt that.
Yeah.
It just something about the way that the slow-mo played, I think, during the episode.
Yeah,
right?
we were saying, how bad could it really be? Because it just shows it just coming in real slow and then hitting, they don't really show it full speed impact on the blades. So, but yeah, I guess there's a reason they did it.
Oh, of course.
Right? So, yeah, I'd expect some sort of, damage possibility.
Have you ever made anything like the Barbarian Sword before going on the show?
No, and in fact, the Barbarian Sword is actually the second sword I've ever made, and the last one I've made.
Nice.
I made one sword, like a Crusader sword, as a practice sword before going on the show. And that's the Barbarian Sword's the second sword I'd ever made, and Michael's first sword he ever made.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And that was actually, we can talk about it later maybe, but that was the best part of the show, is they were amazed with how well we did, with considering that we don't make swords, we make knives.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty even, even match there too. So you guys came out on top. Were you happy with how your sword performed during the testing?
Yeah, I was happy. Oh, that day we were just having fun. At least I was. I mean, at that point we couldn't do nothing if we wanted to, so we were just having fun. It was pretty cool to see the ballistic dummy die, and to see that battering ram and get chopped up, and just to slice through that cowhide. That was pretty neat.
So, you won. That's why you're on with us, you're the champion. You won. Congratulations. Did you have any plans for the money that you won from the show?
Yeah, I'd been planning on doing something with it just to buy more knife making equipment, which is exactly what I did. So,
did you get anything good?
Yeah, I got a Moen Works rotary flat platen grinding attachment, air cooled one.
Oh,
which
nice.
that's a pretty expensive piece of machinery that I would probably not buy normally.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I used the rest of the money to pay for 3-phase power installation in my shop, and I also bought a milling machine and a lathe.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
Baller.
So it went to good use.
Yeah. How many years have you been a blacksmith, bladesmith?
So I started blacksmithing when I was about 11 years old, after seeing a blacksmith demonstration in Branson, Missouri. I thought it was really neat. My dad knew a guy and started working with him a little bit. Then when I was about 14, I started making knives, and I met another guy and got working with him, and kind of just took off with the knives. For some reason I like that a little bit more. I still do ornamental blacksmithing and stuff just for fun, but I pretty much do all knives now.
Nice. Do you still have that first knife?
Yeah, I do, actually. I had to think about it.
Yeah.
I didn't forge the first knife. I ground it out of an old Henry Disson saw blade, and then I went to a decent-sized cedar tree on our farm and sawed off the limb and then whittled it with my pocket knife.
Oh, my God.
Nice. Do you have a favorite style blade or design?
I've got a drop point hollow ground hunting knife. I make it quite a bit. It's I call it my model number 8, and I make hunting knives and I don't know, just kind of whatever somebody wants. I really like making stuff that people want, and especially when somebody's super specific. I really enjoy doing that. I really enjoy giving somebody exactly what they want that they can't just buy somewhere.
Right. Nice.
Do you have any preferences for handle material when you're doing your builds?
I use mostly wood, stabilized wood. I use a little bit of bone, sometimes some micarta, but mostly wood.
Okay.
Natural materials.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite non-blade item to make?
Oh, gosh. Oh. This must be one of the hard questions. I don't know. I like just making stuff in general. I'm working on building the barbecue grill right now. I built myself a smoker. Non-knife thing. I build some ornamental ironwork. I do leather work too. I do a little bit of gunsmithing work, but I don't really make anything, at least not yet. I don't know, just kind of whatever I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Do you have any good beginner's advice?
Good beginner's advice is, I'd say the best bit of advice I can give is ask people a lot of questions, and then go to different people and ask them the same questions. And sometimes somebody has a certain way of doing something, but it might not necessarily work for you. And the best thing you can do is just get a variety of what other people do and then form your own method from that.
I like that. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Stainless or no stainless?
What's wrong with stainless?
Some people don't like
Some
it.
people don't do it.
No, I like stainless, as long as it's good quality stainless.
Have you ever thought about completing in a Blade Sports competition?
In a what?
Blade Sports?
Like Knife or
know.
Death or anything like that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm coordinated enough for that, honestly. So, no, not really.
All right. Here come the good questions. All right. What sort of weapon would you want in a zombie apocalypse?
Gun.
Any particular type?
Something that holds a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Probably nothing too small of a caliber.
Do you consider a hot dog to be a sandwich?
I don't think so.
All right. Do you have a favorite Ninja Turtle? And if so, what Ninja Turtle weapon would you prefer to, use? Or which one do you think is better?
I kind of like Donatello because he just kind of does whatever he wants and doesn't care. And then he's kind of the Joker of the whole clan. And then, I don't know. I don't even remember what each turtle had, honestly.
Well, there's the size.
The size, Raphael's size.
The staff.
Yep. Michelangelo had the nunchucks.
Yep, the nunchucks. And then
Donatello had the bow stick, right?
Someone had bow stick and then a sword.
Yeah,
Who had-
someone had swords.
Who had Leonardo?
That was Leonardo.
Yeah.
That's right. I'd probably take the swords.
Yeah.
Okay. We just went down a long
Well, no
road
one
to get
wants
there.
the KC hockey stick.
Oh, no.
Well, he wasn't a turtle, but
Still not a good weapon.
no, not a good weapon. See those things they break all the time when hockey players use them on the ice. They can't be good for beating people with.
Delivery or DiGiorno?
Shakespeare's Pizza in Columbia, Missouri.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
you can go out. You get the pizza. You go to it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one that didn't make the list. What's your favorite season?
Well, I used to like summer because I lived in Washington State, but I live in Louisiana now, so that's probably not going to be my favorite season.
Oh, no.
Fall's all right, I guess.
Referring to the show now, what season do you like?
I like season 1 because that's when it was brand new, and it kind of, when I saw it and I was like, wow, that's cool. Something I actually care about watching about.
Yeah. A lot of good people on that first season too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Been
Lot
good
of
people
heavy
on all the
hitters.
seasons.
Well, I'm not
That's
discounting
Season
the other
1.
people that have been on it, but that was
Started strong.
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, season 1 though. That right after that, I went to the ice show in Kansas City, and that's where I met Jay Nielsen. And I asked him about, hey, how do you get on this show? And he told me, and I applied from season 2 on, and I finally got on.
Wow.
Wow.
And he told me, he said, squeaky wheel gets the grease, and he was right.
Well, nice.
Cool. So we saw that you posted you're going to be going to Blade Show this year.
Correct, I am.
Are you going to be exhibiting anything, or are you just attending?
I'm just going to be attending. I don't think I'll have enough knives made at that point that I'll be able to exhibit. And plus, I've only been there once, and that was 11 years ago. That was back when I was still like 15. And no, I'm really curious to just see how much it changed.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot bigger now.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're excited to go. We were looking at the list. I think it was like over 900 different exhibitors.
Wow.
It's going to be huge.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If we bump into you there, we'll have to get a selfie together.
Oh, okay.
900 people. Like,
Sure.
sort of bumping in.
So you recently posted some knife maker tutorials on your website. Could you tell us what those cover?
So one of them's just making Damascus. It's a video. Then the other one's how to grind taper on a knife tang and how to grind a distal taper in a blade. I'm not going to be posting a tutorial on everything. It's just there's a few things that I think I've kind of figured out how to do, and I think I'm pretty good at explaining some stuff. And so there's a few things I want to do a tutorial on. I'm not sure how much I want to do, but the few things that I really feel like I'm good at, I think I'll put on there.
Well,
Nice.
that's awesome. It's good to put that content out there, and a lot of people find those videos, and you know, they go up the charts sometimes because they're really interesting to watch. So yeah, good on you for putting that stuff up.
Well, and see, that's something about the knife making community I've always really when I was younger, it really amazed me. You know, people are always willing to help you out, and I feel like I kind of want to give back some of that. Keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you notice too. Everyone is just really, they want to help you, everyone out. So it's really neat.
Yeah.
Was there anything you were hoping we would ask and haven't?
No, I just want to say the Forged in Fire was a great experience, and the best part really was meeting all the other smiths and continuing a relationship with them. And we've got a group chat going. We're always talking to each other, and they're all some of my closest friends I consider now. And yeah, great experience. And the coolest part about the whole thing was when Doug Marcaida, after he did the kill test, he came in and he told me and Michael both. He walked in and he told us, he said, I don't ever really do this, but those swords were made for battle. They were a pleasure to wield, and thank you. And we both looked at each other and we were like, wow, that is cool. And those two things were the best part of the whole experience.
That's amazing.
That's impressive. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then it blew Doug's mind when I told him that we don't make swords.
Maybe you should.
You're doing something right.
Yeah.
So,
I suppose.
yeah.
Well, that's all we got for questions. Congratulations again on your win, and we look forward to seeing what else you make in the future.
All right. Thank you.
So where's a good place for people to follow you or find you on the internet?
They can follow me on Instagram, Elee Knives. That's ELEE. And then my website, eleecustomknives.com. And then on Facebook, I have a page, again, Elee Knives.
Cool.
Awesome.
Very nice. So go follow him there, check out what he's posting, and thanks again for joining us, man.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.